What's going on, guys? This is the message for day 2 of the 25 days of Fly Bodies. And in this talk, we're going to focus on doing a 30-minute walk during the day. All right, so I'm going to give you the top 10 reasons why you should do a 30-minute walk at some point during the day. Number 1, it's the cheapest stress relief therapy on earth. Walking lowers cortisol, clears mental clutter, and resets your nervous system, all for the low price of free $99. All right, the only thing that it costs is your time. And it's very valuable time because it's so beneficial. Number 2, your brain literally works better while walking. Creativity shoots up by as much as 60% when you're moving. This is why all your best ideas show up when you're nowhere near a laptop. This is so true. I have my best ideas when I'm either working out or on a walk because it's just the brain, the blood flow is getting to the brain, getting some more oxygen up there, just feel a lot better, and the ideas just start flowing. Number 3, walking is nature's anxiety off switch. A 30-minute walk activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the calm you down mode your body wishes you used more often. Number 4, you'll probably sleep better at night. Daytime movement boosts melatonin production at night. You're basically walking your way into better sleep. So this goes back to adenosine. So when your body burns the internal fuel that it has, it's called adenosine triphosphate or ATP. And the byproduct of that is adenosine. When adenosine builds up in your brain and body, it actually makes you sleepy. So when you go for a walk, you're building up more adenosine, and so you'll probably sleep a little better at night because you have that adenosine that your body needs to clear out, okay? So you'll feel sleepier and you'll get better sleep. Number 5, you burn calories without suffering. No burpees, no kettlebells, no crying at the gym, just vibes, just feeling that walking vibe. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? A walk can just make you so much less stressed, right? If you're feeling very stressed, you just need to get up, you need to move around, you go for a 30-minute walk, you come back, you sit down, you feel clear-minded, all right? Good vibes. Number 6, it reduces inflammation, your body's silent fire. Daily walking improves circulation and lowers chronic inflammation, which is linked to almost every major disease. Number 7, it's a mood booster disguised as exercise. Your brain releases serotonin and endorphins. Translation, you'll feel happier and possibly annoyingly positive to those around you. So if you want to be the positive person at work or at school, go for a walk. Number 8, you'll live longer. Literally, studies show 30 minutes of walking a day can reduce the risk of early death by up to 35%. That's wild, okay? That probably should be number 1, but it's at number 8 because they're trying to get me to go all the way down here. All right, walking is basically a cheat code. We all love cheat codes. Number 9, it gets you away from your phone. Unless you're that person who texts while walking and almost trips over the curb, this is your reminder to look up, okay? So I like to listen to podcasts and videos and books on my walk, so I'm not necessarily on my phone all the time when I'm walking because I like to do that stuff. But if you're the type of person that needs a little break from your phone, just go for a 30-minute walk, leave your phone back, and just be like, you know what? I need a break. Go for a walk, all right? Number 10, it's the easiest habit you can actually stick with. You can walk with a friend, on a call, with a podcast, with your dog, with an imaginary dog if you don't have one. Walking is exercise that doesn't feel like exercise, which is why it works really in real life. Walking is one of the best things you can implement into your life because you can do it anywhere. Now, I know not everybody has the capability to walk because of ailments and all these other things, so don't get me wrong. I understand that's very tough for people. And even that people that maybe have injuries or from a weight standpoint can't walk for 30 minutes 30 minutes straight, do it in bite-sized increments, maybe 5 minutes at a time, take a break, 5 minutes. I know there are people that just can't walk for 30 minutes straight, so I understand that. You have work obligations, all these other things. But if you can go for a 30-minute walk, it's so beneficial. Now, let's talk about 10 excuses or barriers that keep people from doing a 30-minute walk. I don't have time. Translation, I scrolled for 47 minutes this morning on Instagram or Facebook or something, and I'm late for everything now. All right, number 2, I'm too tired. Ironically, the very thing that would give them energy is the thing they avoid because they have no energy. So it's like a self-licking popsicle. If you're like, oh, I don't have energy to go for a walk. The funny thing is the walk might actually give you energy. Now, if it's like midnight and you're like, I don't have any energy, obviously go to bed. But if it's early in the morning, you're like, I need a little boost, a walk sometimes is great for that. All right. Number 3, the weather isn't perfect. Too hot, too cold, too windy, too sunny. Basically anything short of 72 and gentle breeze becomes a deal breaker. Some people are just, high maintenance and bougie. Number 4, I'll do it later, AKA the ultimate self-lie. Later becomes tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes 2027. All right. You just go for the whole year and you're just like, I didn't walk as much as I wanted to. Number 5, I have too much to work. I have too much work. This is a big one. I know this is a big one because I fall into this trap a lot. People forget walking actually helps work. Boosts memory, creativity, and productivity, but the to-do list wins the fight. So a lot of times we feel like, man, I just have too much work to do. Right. And that is, for my case, I could be working 24/7, 365 and never be done. But we have to get a little creative sometimes. And you have to say, you know what? I'm going to take this call on a walk, or I'm going to go walk with a friend of mine who I need to talk to about work on this walk. Like, you get creative. You're not going to be always at work, but when you are feeling like you are overwhelmed with work, you'd be surprised how much more solutions you can come up with when you are on a walk. So it actually enhances your ability to come up with solutions to the issues that you're having or ideas that you need. All right. Number 6, my neighborhood isn't walkable. A very real barrier for many: no sidewalks, no trails, or unsafe areas. And this is tough because not everyone lives in like a very nice part of town. So I understand that. And sometimes it can be very tough to like get outside without feeling like, super or surrounded by so many people that you can't even hear yourself think. And so it's almost more dangerous to walk outside sometimes. So I understand that there are occasions like that, but if you can, and you don't have to deal with all these other crazy things, and if it says my neighborhood. So if your neighborhood, then maybe take a car ride to a park, or walk to a friend's house, or ask somebody to go for a walk with you. So then you feel like you're more safe. I don't want to walk alone. Some people need a buddy, a dog, or at least a good podcast. Otherwise, motivation drops. Number 8, I already exercised. If they weightlifted for 20 minutes, their brain says that's enough movement for the entire day. But walking is an entirely different benefit. I used to be in this camp because I used to work out for like an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours in a day. And so the rest of the day, I was like, I just need to sit all day because I need to recover, which is very, very common for most people to say, oh, if I work out for an hour, I don't need to do as much movement. But what they've seen is it's actually the movement consistently throughout the day that is very, very beneficial. That's not to say that working out for an hour isn't beneficial, but you need to move throughout the day in order to get longevity benefits that are super, super helpful. So that's a good one. Number 9, I don't want to get sweaty. That's a fair one. Some people don't want to ruin their work clothes. I get it. And so you just have to kind of maybe fan yourself off while you're walking or something. A legitimate concern before work, but also an excuse when the weather is perfect and hygienic wipes exist. So maybe that's what you do. You get some baby wipes and you give yourself a little baby wipe bird bath type of thing after you work out, after you walk for 30 minutes. I didn't plan ahead. No shoes ready, no routine planned, no time blocked. If it's not scheduled, life fills the space with everything else. And this is so true. All right. We will find every excuse we can to pretty much not have to move sometimes, right? Like if it's something where it's just I got work to do, or I can scroll on my phone, or I'm just too tired, all these things. You need to usually just schedule a time where you're like, okay, at noon or right after lunch or early in the morning or in the evening, schedule a time that says I'm going to go outside and walk. And if you can, schedule it with your significant other or a friend or your kids, and just be like, this is what we're going to do, and this is going to be part of our routine. For me, early in the morning is the best time for me to go for a 30-minute walk because I don't have meetings early in the morning. And honestly, it's become a routine for me because I'm like, it sets my day in motion, right? If I don't go for a walk in the morning, I'm just like, I just feel like I'm missing something. And when you feel like that, when you get to a point where you're like, I feel like I'm missing something, that's when you know it's become a habit, it's become a routine, and you almost feel bad when you're not going for that walk. So early in the morning is super helpful for me. Everyone is a little different, but I would assume that most people, if you keep pushing off in the day, then you're probably not going to do it. And if it's a habit you want to start to do early on and keep doing, first part of the day is usually the best time to start something new. So 30-minute walks, baby. It's super beneficial and free and awesome. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. And that's day 2 of the 25 days of Fly Bodies. Get after it.